Hello Sussex, I'm Apple and it's time to get sussed. Nominations for delegates to attend the NUS Campaign Conference are now open and campaigning begins on the 7th of March with voting taking place on the 8th and 9th of March. For more information, visit the Students' Union's website. Fairtrade Fortnight is already underway and ends on Sunday the 13th of March. UniTV met up with our operations officer, Biz Bliss, to find out more about these two exciting weeks.
Hi Biz, how's it going?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you for asking. Okay, so what is Fairtrade Fortnight?
Fairtrade Fortnight is all about promoting fair trade. And fair trade is about ensuring that workers across the globe are getting paid the right amount for the products that they sell. Yeah.
Fantastic. And how long has Sussex been involved in Fairtrade Fortnight?
Well, a few years ago, students campaigned to get the university and the Students' Union to sign up to fair trade, and we've had fair trade status since 2007.
Okay, brilliant. And what is Show Off Your Label about?
Show Off Your Label is just about showing off the fair trade label and fair trade products. So for a number of years, fair trade has been growing to the extent that now some companies that previously weren't fair trade are now fair trade. And so it's just basically about promoting that.
Brilliant. And what successful events have been put on in the past to really show students support for fair trade?
Well, there's been an ethical fashion show showing fair trade clothes. There's been wine tasting events before. There's been a tea dance. There's been debates, which kind of discussing the merits and also the failures of fair trade. So we've had a whole series of things, yeah.
Okay, and what in your opinion do you think is the reason why students support fair trade so much here on campus?
Well, students in their studies here at Sussex learn about the production practices behind the things we buy, and I think fair trade to them has been a kind of a practical step they can take. Yeah.
Brilliant. And what key events can students get involved in this week?
Well, this week we've got special offers in Varma Bar. We've got a cocktail night with fair trade rum and Ubuntu Cola. We've got a tea dance. We've got and also we've got Sussex Against Sweatshops, which is a new campaign to get the university and the Students' Union to sign up to the Workers' Rights Consortium, which is about monitoring trade practices in factories and making sure workers get the right deal as well as producers.
Fantastic. And where can students find more information about this?
Well, they can go to sussexstudent.com/Fairtrade Fortnight.
Brilliant. Cheers. Thank you very much, Biz. So Fairtrade Fortnight is here at Sussex. Make sure you take part and participate in everything that's happening this week and next week. I'm doing my part right now. Yummy. This is Fernand Frimpong Jnr. Excuse me. With UniTV News.
Green Week, courtesy of the Environmental Society, is fast approaching and begins on Saturday the 6th of March. Many different activities will be taking place throughout the week, so if you're interested in finding out more, search Green Week on Facebook. Our review coming soon. Each year, the university enters an international competition called Formula Student, which involves building a single-seat racing car in the span of a year. UniTV caught up with some of the students involved to get an insight into this exciting project.
Hello Sussex, this is Chhaya, and today we have the privilege of meeting some of Sussex's most driven students. Who are they? They're the Mobil 1 Team Sussex. This is a group of 17 students who compete in the Formula Student competition with students around the globe who get to design, build, and race a test car. And this car will eventually get to go on the world-renowned Silverstone circuit. Who are these students? Let's meet them now. I'm here with Nikki and Alex from the team. So let's talk about this Formula Student competition. You know, what is it? Who can be involved? How long is it?
Sure, I mean the Formula Student competition, it's a global competition for 30 countries competing. And there's 130 teams taking part. Its involvement in the university has been running for about 4 years, and the project's been pretty successful to date.
Okay, and how about this guy-girl ratio? Because obviously it's pretty even right now, but can you tell me about, like, you know, how that goes?
Well, on engineering at the moment in our year, there's only 2 girls on the mechanical engineering course. We've both decided to do Formula Student as our final year project. But we get on really well. We all just muck in as a team. It's not really an issue.
So how long does this competition take in terms of time-wise to build and design?
Realistically, we start at the very end of the 3rd year and work straight through summer. Then we get 2 academic terms before our final year report has to be in. So we reckon it probably takes us about 30 to 40 weeks to actually produce and build a car. The competition itself isn't until July, which is like the 13th to the 17th of July. So we get 2 months, hopefully, for testing, which is where all the real fun really starts to happen.
And something like this obviously is like a lot of work, probably requires a lot of funding. Can you tell me how funding comes about, you know, your name?
Yeah, so our team name is Mobil 1 Team Sussex, so that obviously implies we get some funding from Mobil 1, and they also provide us with a mentor figure who comes along to a lot of our meetings, gives us some technical help, as well as helping us to see how that can sort of translate to practical knowledge.
Now, can you tell us who all can be involved in this competition? Because it's obviously a big deal. It goes all over campus in terms of funding.
Yeah. Well, the core team are engineering students, mainly master's students, which is 4th years. We also get a lot of help from 3rd year students as well. As I said, we've got 7 3rd year students this year. But we do look into trying to involve some of the 1st and 2nd year students, just so that they get more of a view of the whole project from a very outside point of view in their 1st year, and then getting more involved with it as they go through. But in the past, we've also had students from business who've come in to help us with the business side of things, as well as organising our launch event and things. And we've had some involvement this year as well from some film students who have been recording our progress as well. So it's a pretty all-encompassing team.
Well, thank you guys for all of your time, and sounds like a great project, so all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That was Nikki and Alex. Now let's go take a look at what this team has been working so hard on. The team was even kind enough to let me work on the car. The team even showed me how to stand the car. Here on campus, there are a lot of stories that we don't always get the chance to hear about, like this one. So for the Mobil team, good luck. And for UniTV, this is Chhaya Néné presenting.
Culture Fest is the biggest annual event that ACAS organizes. This year, it takes place on Saturday the 5th of March and showcases a multitude of talented acts ranging from singing and dancing to poetry and fashion. UniTV's review about this event coming up soon. Our very own campus nursery faces trouble as it may have to close down if it fails to find funding from an external provider. UniTV spoke to an affected parent to find out more about the potential closure.
Good afternoon, Sussex. My name is Revell-Rohr and I'm here outside the nursery at the University of Sussex. The nursery, which opened in 1966, fears closure as potential financial providers, Bright Horizons, decide to withdraw. We will know by April the 1st whether the nursery will be closed or not. We've been lucky enough to get into contact with one of the student parents here at Sussex. We're about to ask her a few questions about the possible closure of the nursery. Hello, Sandra. Thank you for joining us here today. So I'm going to start by asking you, how do you feel about the possible closure of the nursery?
To be honest, it came as a shock, not only to me, but to all student parents, as we understood there was a deal with Bright Horizon to take over the nursery. Now the deal has fallen through, and we are all under stress, considering that the facilities might close. The university is engaging with external providers, so we're seeking more information about this.
So what other alternatives have you got for how your child will be taken care of?
At the moment, I have no alternative at all. I've been looking at it, and there is no alternative childcare facilities in Varma, meaning that anybody who has a child in the facilities would have to look at Brighton or Lewis, with a distance of commuting there involved.
So it could get quite expensive. So how is it affecting you financially and academically?
Academically, quite badly, because all this commuting will not only add extra costs, but would also mean that it will be impossible for me to be at a lecture at 9 o'clock, and also in the evening I would have to leave early, which put me at a disadvantage compared to other students.
Okay, so finally, for those of us watching at home, how can somebody help with this campaign?
I belong to the Student Parent Association, and at the moment we're seeking to engage with we're already working with the union, but we're seeking to engage with the student community as a whole to gather further support, academics, anybody who is keen to help us on this is welcome.
Okay, thank you very much, Sandra, and good luck with the rest of your campaign. Thank you. This was Revell-Rohr and Lotte Kamphuis for UniTV News.
Almost 2 terms since its launch, Union Computers has had an increasing presence on campus. Check out their behind-the-scenes developments on the Students' Union website. If you've been to the library recently, you're probably aware of the ongoing refurbishment. UniTV got an exclusive interview with library management to find out more about what the plans are for our library.
Hello Sussex, I'm Chesca and today we're in the library to get an update about the ongoing refurbishments. The £6.4 million that it cost to fund the library's refurbishments were provided by the Higher Education Funding Council for England, which promote high quality, cost-effective teaching and research for students in England. The work in the library started in November 2009, with the main improvements being visible in the entrance to the library, with the expansion of the reception desk and the information hub. The introduction of the automated swipe-in, swipe-out entry system was also introduced in this early phase. Future improvements in the library will also be made over the coming months, with the rumours that the Careers and Employability Centre will be relocated here, and also with the introduction of the PC cluster on the ground floor. Kitty Ingalls, the university librarian, to find out how she views the project so far. Kitty, how's the refurbishment been going and how long is it expected to take?
Well, I think the refurbishment has been going extremely well. We're hoping that it'll be finished towards the end of May this year, having started in, I think it was December 2009. So we will have been going for about 18 months by the time the project's over, and I think it has pretty much transformed the library beyond all recognition.
I know that many students have been concerned that the introduction of new sofas has actually removed workspaces. How would you respond to this?
I'd just like to reassure students that all the remaining furniture to come in is flat desk-type furniture, and that once the building is back together and we've got the whole thing together, we'll have a look at how students use the study space, whether we've got the balance of soft seating and desk-type space correct, or whether we need to modify and adapt things.
And with the introduction of the new PC cluster, how is this going to improve student experiences in the library?
Well, we've significantly added to the number of PCs. Before the refurbishment started, there were, I think, 130 ITS managed PCs in clusters like the ones we're standing in now. And by the end of the refurbishment, there'll be just under 200 ITS PCs, including a Mac cluster that was introduced on the first floor just before Christmas. In addition to the PCs, we've also added significantly to data and power capacity so that students can bring their own devices. They can bring their laptops, they can bring iPads, they can bring smartphones, whatever they want to use, and plug them in either to power sockets or power and data. And that will increase capacity by several hundred further points and data outlets. And we've also upgraded and improved the Wi-Fi coverage in the buildings.
Thank you very much. We're now going to take a look and see how some students view the project. Have you found the improvements to the entranceway? Have you found them easier?
Oh, it's really good. Before we were with BSMS and the cards didn't work very well, but they changed them all for us and we just had to pick them up and it's fine, easy.
What have you most enjoyed about the library refurbishment so far?
About the refurbishment? Well, it's a bit more comfy to work in here. I suppose that's what I'm looking forward to.
I don't know anything that's coming up. I know that it's being refurbished, but that's fine.
This is Chesca Greetham for UniTV.
As part of Healthy Campus and Green Week, the Welfare will be taking place on Tuesday, the 8th of March. This is a chance for you to celebrate your mental and physical well-being through workshops, taster sessions, and exhibitions. For many years, the Students' Union has been lobbying for the release of past exam papers. The university has finally agreed, and Lita, our education officer, gives us an update.
So until recently, students would spend hours revising for their exams and in the exam hall putting a lot of effort into their exams. And then once they handed them in, they could never see them again. So we've been working with the university to try and make it so that students can see those exam papers again, look at what went right and what went wrong, and then improve for the next time they take an exam and try and get their grades up.
Fantastic. And can you tell us a little bit about how long you've been lobbying for this change?
Yeah, of course. So it's been something that students have been really interested in on campus for quite a few years now. And I know the education officer before me, Josh Jones, put a lot of effort into making this happen. But when the new Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Teaching and Learning, Claire Mackey, started this summer, it was something that she really wanted to work with us on. So it's been a few months now, and we're hoping that the students will be able to see those exam papers quite soon.
Brilliant. And will all students be able to get their exam papers back?
Ideally, yes. There are some legal reasons why some papers will have to be retained, and the university is just speaking to the schools at the moment to work out which those papers will be. And yeah, we're hoping that eventually all students will be able to get their papers back, even students from the past 7 years who've now graduated, because their papers are still in archives. However, initially it will be third years and other finalists who are prioritised, because obviously they've got a more urgent need because they've got to get their exams the best they can be within the next year.
Absolutely. And when can students expect to get their papers back?
Well, yeah, it's quite a big logistical challenge for the university, and they're still working out the fine details about how it's going to happen, because obviously 7 years worth of papers is quite a substantial amount. Yeah, we're hoping it will be in the next couple of weeks, and as soon as it's possible, the university will be sending out an email to all students to let them know that the papers are available for collection.
Okay, cheers, thank you very much.
Our university has become home to the BBC's popular science show Bang Goes the Theory. A studio lab has been set up in a former nuclear bunker behind the medical school. The series will feature exciting science and technology research taking place at Sussex, with science and media students helping out. Watch the first show on BBC One at 7:30 p.m. on the 14th of March. UniTV is pleased to announce that our productions have been nominated for the National Student Television Association Awards. The nominations include Fernand Frimpong Jnr. for Best Male Presenter, Diwali Celebration for Best Factual, Sussex Freshers 2010 for Best Freshers Coverage, UniTV Intro Video for Best Ident, Freshers Intro Video for Best Title Sequence, UniTV News for Best News Programme, Question of the Square for Best Light Entertainment, and Society Spotlight Human vs. Zombies for Open Category. Show your support for UniTV by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Oh, thank you! Don't forget to wish all women a happy Women's Day on the 8th of March. Thanks for watching. You have just been sussed. I'm Apple, and see you soon.